The Tortoise and the Hare, as retold by Margaret Lindell. Once there was a hare who lived in the wood. The hare thought himself as a very clever fellow. Often the hare visited his friend the tortoise. He liked to tell his friend how clever he was. One day, the hare came to the tortoise's house to show off the plump turnips he had taken from the farmer's garden. "How smart of me," said the hare, "to find such turnips." The next day, the hare spent half the afternoon looking at himself in the stream. "What fine ears have I," said the hare. "How handsome I am." See the hare? On the following day, the hare told the tortoise that he had run away from the farmer that very morning. "I am surely the fastest there is," he bragged. At last, the tortoise had heard enough boasting. "I know you can run very fast," she said, "but I could beat you in a race." See the tortoise telling the hare? The hare laughed and danced about on his fine, strong legs. "You, the slowpoke," he said. "You think you can beat me? Nonsense." "Believe what you will," said the tortoise, "but tomorrow we shall race each other, all the way to the top of that far hill." You'll see a hill far in the distance. The next day, everyone gathered to watch the race. No one thought the tortoise could win, but the owl, who was the judge, simply said, "We shall see." "Go," said the owl, and the race was on. The tortoise plodded forward on her short, stubby legs. The hare, however, leapt out in front. Before anyone could say "Jackrabbit," the hare was out of sight. The hare ran past flowering meadows and grassy fields. He sped by the apple orchard and on down the road. But just before he reached the finish line, the hare stopped. He stretched himself out in the warm sun behind the tall hedge to wait for the tortoise. The tortoise, however, kept up her slow, steady pace. She passed the flowering meadows and the grassy fields. She reached the apple orchard and kept going. At last, the tortoise had reached the finish line. But she wondered, where's the hare? He was fast asleep behind that hedge. "Hooray!" shouted the animals as the tortoise finished the race. The hare woke with a start. He couldn't believe his eyes. The tortoise was taking a bath. The owl had something else to add. "Slow and steady often wins the race," he said. And the tortoise and the hare both agreed. The end.